Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome one and all, wherever you are. You're here on the Community Sports Show with me, Phil Nosey Johnston and Donnie Bell for this round 4 Perth Swan Cricket Association B Division one-day match between Forrestfield and Glen Forrest. And as we get set for the second innings, we can tell you Glen Forrest all out for 112. So 113 the score to get. Victory here for Forrestfield.
First delivery, Maddock. Swinging at one. It's Martin Baby facing the first delivery. The match. How do you approach a lowish total like this, Noel? Do you go out and try and do it in 10 overs, or do you just look to get that three runs and over and use up the whole 40?
Well, the reality is, Donnie, that in Perth Swan Cricket Association it is a 40 over match, so in reality they've got 3 runs and over to play with. Minimum of 20 required, so no point getting them too quickly. I think just set yourself up. He's 3 down for, well, none down ideally, but no more than 3 down in the 60s. You'd give yourself a chance. Good opening start here by Maddock. Last week, 2 for 25 to Will off his 8. Good to have you with us there, Samuel. Hope you enjoyed your time on the whacker last week.
Maddock to Baby. Outside off. Lets it go through to the keeper. So a solid start from the Glen Forrest captain with the ball. Beaten the bat once. The rest have just been tempters, just outside off. Comes in again. One wide outside off.
Yep, that one gets called. 10 Twomley, the standout for Glen Forrest. 63 off 63 for Twomley. Out of 112, so over half the score to one batsman.
It was a fantastic knock. He's given his team at least some chance. There's that one. Bang on target. Maybe just defends it up the pitch for another dot.
Samuel online says the batsmen have got this. Well, time will tell, Sammy.
And they've still got to, even though it is a low total, they've still got to get the runs. That's at the end of the day. You've got to show that concentration. Cricket's a funny game. There's another one, beats the outside edge. Just swinging away from Baby, and that's the end of the over. Just 1 run from it.
Well, they need to do that on multiple occasions. Glen Forrest. And looking round the grounds, Yokine Pilbara all out for 100. West Perth, or Coolbinia West Perth, 5 for 214 off their 40. And Brabham all out for 144 as Alex Somas comes in for this match. Brought to you thanks to our broadcast sponsors, ID Athletic and Vision Decor.
First delivery to John Paul. He was rocked onto the back foot. Tried to whip it around to the onside. Didn't catch up with it at all.
Well, he top scored for Forrestfield last week, John Paul, so...
Did it in quick time too. 50 odd off about 32 deliveries or something as well. Still trying to get the message to the scorers as to who the bowler is. So that's again, he cleaned him up!
Now they know, Donny.
Well, he might have top scored in the last match, but a week is a long time in cricket. He makes his way back with a duck next to his name today.
When I get the IT, I'll have a duck sound effect for that. Well, John Paul, no relation to Logan, watches as the stumps go barreling backwards, and Simon Wood, no need to raise a finger. That ball there from Alex Somas, exactly the medicine that Glen Forrest needed.
Well, we need an Everest. New man at the crease. Well, what's the perfect start for Glen Forrest?
Well, both batsmen still on zero here. Well, no, obviously Everest just making his way out.
Somas in again. Left alone outside off.
Well, you asked if Elijah Liss has brought his fan squad. They're over there on the non-club side here at Hartfield.
Wow. Fan club does travel. Good to see. Somas drops that one a little short. Just tried to massage that around the corner. Did Everest, but no run. Somas.
What's that one down leg side, but inside the line?
Must have been inside the line. Another dot. Yeah, that's one thing that we always ask from umpires, is just want them to be consistent, and that's certainly the way that he's ruled throughout the first innings. He's had a good game so far, Simon Wood. Somas again, the outside off, left alone, and a wicket maiden to start with for Alex Somas. 1 for 1 after 2.
And that one run coming off a wide.
Correct, yeah,
So,
nothing off the bat so far. We get another wicket here. Suddenly, it'll be the home team that'll start to become a little nervy. Maddock continues to baby. Outside off, he slashes at it, but no contact.
Trying to use the pace of Maddock there against him. Because if it comes off that edge, it's going to be coming quickly. And Twomley in at first slip.
Maddock in again. And coming back a little bit. Maybe again playing his shots, but hasn't been able to make contact with the ball so far. Maddock on top in this little personal battle. He's had every delivery at Martin Baby so far. Continues, and he's lost all his shape. He's thrown everything at that baby.
Could almost see the bath water with that one. His teammate there, Nadine Everest, just advocating perhaps for a little bit of caution. Opening 8 overs, only 2 fieldsmen allowed outside the inner circle.
Baby looks like he wants to entertain. Struck him on the pad. Maybe height the issue there.
Umpire Simon Wood, as you mentioned, Donnie, consistent, and that's all you can ever ask of an umpire.
Well, enjoying this little battle at the moment. Baby's trying to take it up to him, but just needs to feel Wood on ball. And that time he does, just gets him behind it. And defends. 11 deliveries he's faced now without a run. Despite that, it's been entertaining.
He's had a go, no doubt about that. I'm sure they've been the ones to have a go at myself, but
yeah. Fair criticism. Oh, an inside edge that's saved him. His wicket, because that was bang on line.
Great over there from Will Maddock.
Well, another maiden, back-to-back maidens.
So 1 for 1 off 3. Chasing 113 for victory.
The wicket taker and a wicket maiden to start his day, Alex Somas. Continues to Nadine Everest. Struck on the pad, big appeal, and there goes the finger. So Everest is out, LBW. They are 2 for 1.
That was a mountain that was not insurmountable there. Nadine Everest will have to go back and try again next week, because that is another wicket. I was nearly going to go for the Elijah List fan club there, but it's Alex Somas. Well, this is what we spoke about, Donnie, the transference of pressure. Perfect start here for Glen Forrest.
Varun Manjaran, the next man up.
So LBW, none for off 5. Nadine Everest.
Well, at the moment, they're just looking for their first runs off the bat. Only run they've got on the scoreboard, courtesy of a wide.
You'd be dirty on yourself if you were that bloke, wouldn't you? Matt Harbinson online just going, can almost go hoot hoot. Well, not yet.
Somas in again, on fire. And all of a sudden, Glen Forrest, the team that's up and about. I don't know that Captain Will Maddock could have asked for more from his team. The way they've started in the field. Somas in again. Talked about the accuracy of Forrestfield with the ball. It's been a great start from the other team with the ball as well.
Yeah, just right in there, good line. Just the one sundry. And that is the sole total of Forrestfield's score at the moment, 2 for 1.
So that's in. And Duran. Again, defensive, watchful. Dead bat. No run.
Well, 5 off 23 last week, Mandarin. So I'll need him to put in that sort of effort here today. Just hang around.
So that's full. Got him coming forward. Digs it out. Hits into cover for no run. It's 2 for 1. With one delivery remaining in the 4th over. So has to complete it. Ken doesn't get much of that at all. And the end of another wicket maiden for Alex Somas. He's 2 for none, off 2.
Well, each and every week on the Wednesday night midweek review show, we give out the performances of the week from across the grades. Alex Somas putting himself in contention there, 2 for none, off 2. Can't ask anything else of your bowlers.
Well,
take wickets, don't give runs.
Yep, that's about the perfect bowling card. Making Will Maddox 2 overs, none for 1 look ordinary. Oof, wraps him on the pads as this battle resumes between Martin Baby and Will Maddox.
Plenty of love for Alex at the moment from all the Glen Forrest fans online. Good to see.
Madigan again on target, pushes into the onside. Thoughts about getting through for a single, but was never really there. So another dot. So again, that pressure builds. Took a long time in the first innings to see our first boundary. It's taking a long time in this second innings to see our first run as another beats the bat. Well, Maddox is bowling very well without a lot of luck.
Keeping the run score down is all putting the pressure on Forrestfield here.
And getting on the front foot, just pushing out to that offside field. Another dot. Martin Baby, 16 deliveries without a run yet. Again once more. Full straight at the stumps. Did well just to keep that one out. Run rate of 0.21 at the moment. Looking at a total of 8 after the 40 overs if they keep going at this rate. Imagine that wouldn't be the case, but there's the nick! Straight to first slip and he's gone! Good take there. Twomley, he's had a day. Takes a good catch. And Willow Maddox wins that battle with Martin Beattie. It's gone for an 18 ball duck.
Well, there's not much you can say about that. Good tight bowling here by Glen Forrest. Maddock in conjunction with Somas. 3 wickets between them in the opening handful of overs in Forrestfield. Well, they currently sit in 6th place with 1 win and 2 losses. A win here today could actually see them move up into the top 4, but that is looking all the less likely as this game goes on. And the new batsman coming out, it looks like it's going to be the captain, Manachia. Michael Manachia coming in to bat for Forrestfield after the dismissal there of Martin Baby.
Be down the non-strikers end to start. That is the conclusion of the 5th over. 3 for 1. Yep, you're not mishearing that. 3 for 1 after 5. Somas in for his 3rd over, and we might have our first runs. We do. They get through for a single there. Varun Mandarin.
They look nervous though, Donny.
You're not wrong.
But how far do we go? Well, when your team's 3 down, you need to do something. And that'll bring the skipper, Manachia, on to strike for his first ball.
Somas in. Full. Just pushed the cover. Overpitched a little bit, but got away with it.
Around the grounds, Mount Lawley Inglewood chasing 101 for victory against Shokine Pilbara. Currently none for 34. Carlisle 1 for 15, requiring another 130 for victory there. Taking a book out of the Struthers playlist there, leaves that one. Midland currently none for 12 of 2.1 overs. 3 for 2. Well,
another dot as that one's allowed through to the keeper. Manachia tries to help his side rebuild after a top order collapse. Somas full beats him. That one was straight through everything.
oh, you can't beat the great deals at Vision Decor and Idea Athletic, bringing our sponsors into the front. We appreciate their support. Alex Somas looking to be almost as good as our sponsors.
Well, let's see if he can. Oh, he gets that one to mid-wicket, but not past him. End of another over there from Somas. 1 run from it. He'll be disappointed with that after back-to-back maidens. Wicket maidens at that.
I know, it's funny how the world turns, isn't it?
It's all against him now. It's 3 for 2 after 6 overs.
We just have a square leg change up here. The unfortunate issue when you get rolled early is you've got to switch your square legs out.
Oh, good delivery from Maddox, squeezed out by Mandarin. Well, he's got a job now to do what Bryce Hatch said he was going to do and get 7, given a couple already to somebody else. And getting the ball right up there. Hit into the covers for no run. Maddock to Mandarin. Full and straight. Playing his shots here, Mandarin, but unable to beat the infield this over so far. That wind picks up again. Another gust comes through. Maddock. Same again. Who said you don't have replay capability?
Well, Will Maddock put him into that myth, like for like balls. Great spell here by the skipper.
And the task now is going to be, when they do change the bowlers, can they continue to build this pressure? As one hit down the ground, and well fielded, gets across, cuts it off.
That's a great question, Donny, because looking at it, you still got Struthers in the lineup for Glen Forrest 2 for 13 he took last week. Somas already having a good innings out there.
Elijah Liss, Daniel Tomley, they've got some good bowlers to call upon. That one down leg side, but fair. And the end of another maiden.
Well, good start here by Glen Forrest, exactly what they needed. And they've set themselves up, but now the challenge, get over that youth 4 out and get down to business, because 3 out is not side away.
No, absolutely not. They've plenty of wickets in hand. These blokes out in the middle, more than capable. Ron Mandarin, Michael Manachia. Enough in the shed. They've got to get through it. They continue to battle and nicked. Behind, and another wicket for Alex Somas. This time he sends the captain back to the shed.
Well, Michael Manachia, the last man to fall victim, or the latest man, I should say, to fall victim to Alex Somas having a day out with the ball here. He's third. There goes Will's chance of a 7 for all but. 4 down now. Forrestfield. We spoke on the midweek show about collapses and being able to hold your end up. But looking at the scoreboard here, 4 for 2 of 7.1 overs.
It's an unbelievable
There's not much you can
scoreboard.
say,
It's 4 for 2. Akul
Babu, the wicket keeper. Yep. Coming into the attack there, and Cormac White just enjoying the Glen Forrest cheer squad there. Good to have you with us, Glennie. Well, Cormac.
So nice.
Right where he left the last ball.
Pretty much, not too much difference. Doesn't get the neck, but again, his teammates loving it. 3 for 1 of 3.2 overs so far. Somas charging in, tail in the air. He's got Babu jumping around.
Well, they did well in the field here, Forrestfield. The challenge and well and truly in front of them is their leg just does up the keeper's pad, or the batsman's pad, sorry.
So that's...
He played at that after it was in the gloves almost.
Just about. He played very late. Just waved at the ball as it went by it.
Well, it's always nice to be friendly. Although I suspect at the moment Alex Somas has a different opinion.
In the air, taken! Good take in the covers. I think that's Elijah Luce with the catch. And another one falls.
And we'll get the cheer squad on. Let's get them. They're over there. They're celebrating. And they know they're on. They give the cheer as they appear on the big screen. Well, Glen Forrest having their way in all sorts of wicked ways right here with Forrestfield at the moment. This is chaos. I've been involved in cricket a long time, Donny. I don't think I've ever seen a scorecard like this so early on in a game.
Unbelievable. 5 for 2. One delivery left in the 8th over. Praveen Varghese making his way out like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, certainly that's how I imagine he feels. Can bat though, has an average just under 20 across his career and a high score of 85, but I suspect he's going to want to just see these next few balls out and see where he sits.
Well, you'll get one delivery from the man of the moment. He's got 4 already here today. Somas, down leg side. Great keeping there from Jago to prevent further runs.
Good tactics there by Somas. Just put it wide, create some uncertainty. He will have heard all about it, Varghese.
That's the end of another very successful over. 2 wickets, the 1 run from the wide. He's 5 for 3.
Yep, it is indeed. And looking through the top order there, not a single one of the opening 4 dismissals has got a run to their name. Runman Duran, he's currently on 1 not out off 12.
Top scorer. He faces up now to Hardik. Hits it firmly. 2 less in the covers. It's the 5th over for Maddock. Wonder if this might be the final one of his opening spell. Over pitches there, but again just hit up the ground straight to mid-off. Another dot. Because the fielding restrictions are now not enforced, but no change in the field from a Glen Forrest perspective. They're keeping the foot well and truly on the throat as that one squares up Manjaran.
Big shout out to Justin Weaver online enjoying this performance by Glen Forrest. If you're online, let us know where you are, who you're barracking for.
And again, one just nipped in. They get through for a single. Mandarin surviving. And will be quite happy, I think, to be up the other end.
Unlike Praveen Varghese, who comes on to strike now. Probably wishing he's up the other end.
Well, it's a monumental task now for Forrestfield as they squeeze that one to the mid-wicket fielder. To the dot. One more left in the 9th over. It's 5 for 4.
Sorry?
5 for 4.
Just checking.
Well, that one off the pads. Down to the man. Fine leg. He's off the mark. Praveen Varghese.
Well, opportunity now begs for Forrestfield.
That's the biggest over of the day. For
Expensive.
Forrestfield. Two off it. Somas continues to Varghese. Locks it for the dot. Somas into his 5th over as well. He's 4 for 2 at the moment. Tries to whip that one off the hip. Can't get to it. No run. Alex Somas. Again. Down leg side. Again, no signal from the umpire, so dot to the total. Gets that one outside off and just left alone. Five for 5. Reads the scoreboard. Somas. An appeal from one of the fielders. Didn't realise that one came off the middle of the bat.
We call that a Labuschagne appeal. Stand at square leg and ask for LB.
So he struck him again. Not so much an appeal, just exasperation from Glen Forrest as another over is completed from Alex Somas. Another maiden added to him. That's his 3rd maiden.
It is, and he's on 4 for 5 off. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. He's on 4 for 2 off 5, including 3 maidens. Take that off an opening bowler any day.
Oh, I don't think there'd be a man alive that'd say no to figures like that. I think we do have our first change. Might be Twomley that's got the ball in hand, I think.
Well, he's not in first slip, so...
Well, first delivery. Duran didn't know much about that one.
Yep, Twomley, definitely the new bowler. Maddock having a break after having 1 for 3 off 5 overs.
It's Twomley. He's played in the first game. He's missed the last 2, but nicked just past first slip. Will run down towards the fence, and that will be the first boundary of this Forrestfield innings.
Drag him. Pat Flanders chasing that one down.
It could have very well gone to hand. I think it fell short of Maddock at first slip in any case. And just wide of him. So got enough on it, Manduran. Full
0.
They've bowled well to a plan so far, Glen Forrest. It's been largely full and straight. That one was a little bit more width from Twomley, but swings away again off the edge, wide of slip, and 4 more. We'll take them however you can get them if you're Forrestfield. I think Will Maddock wants a second slip in.
Yeah, fine leg coming up. Well called there, Donny. Second slip dropping into place. Maddock takes second.
Twomley. It makes sense. He's getting the ball to move away from Manduran here, so filling out the slips cord, and Somas into first slip. Pushing forward.
There's no confidence whatsoever out there at the moment for Forrestfield, just stepping right down the track, extending the bat.
Well, they'll take 8 off and over though.
Does that put them into whole figures on a run rate yet?
Yeah, their current run rate at 1.18. Run rate required, 3.45 from here, because they've got to maintain those 5 wickets that they've got in hand. Alex Somas, the destroyer, he will continue into his 6th over. That's a nice shot, just whipped off the pads, down towards the fence, coming around, they'll prevent the boundary. They get a couple there to Varghese. little bit more leg side the last couple of overs, so perhaps the overcorrection there, but inside the line.
Round the grounds in the other B Division one-day matches, Mount Worley Inglewood currently 1 for 55, chasing 101 for victory.
So Mass whipped off the hip, filled at mid-wicket, no run.
Justin Weaver enjoying the broadcast from the comfort of his pool.
Well, not perfect pool weather, but great cricket weather.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get out of the pool because as soon as you do, this breeze will just...
There'll certainly be some games I'd rather be in the pool, but I don't know whether today's one of those days. So Mass continues. Varghese swings wildly. Misses. Through to the keeper.
Well, chasing 145, Carlisle 1 for 29 at the moment, and Midland chasing 214, 1 for 32 at Kungamaya in that match against Kulvinia West Perth.
So Mass again. That one perfect line length, left alone. That's the end of that over. 5 for 15, 2 runs from that one. Not too far away now from actually being on level pegging, Nosey. So they're working their way into this contest, and at the same time, 5 for 21, Glen Forrest. So. Becoming a contest as Twomley pitches up, invites the drive, gets it, straight to cover. He certainly wants some driving. Looking for that outside edge. Got it a couple of times in his first over. Got through the cordon for 4. That one left alone. Certainly the hero with the bat. Trying to provide an additional contribution now with the ball. Full, pushes forward, no run. Mandarin on strike, he's 10 off 25 deliveries. And Twomley trots in, again, bowling full, driving straight back to the bowler, and another dot.
It's always appreciated by the bowler when you get the ball back off the batsman. Although, you want it on the full, like we saw before. Again, outside off this time. It's probably the most width that he's offered. Lent on that nicely, Mandarin, but again can't beat the infield.
Twomley, last ball of his over. Kent diving. Liss prevents runs. And a maiden for Dan Twomley.
A good fight back there by Glen Forrest. Forrestfield just getting the upper hand over the last few overs. Good fight back there by Dan Twomley. Score ticks across. Shows us 5 for 15.
Got a change down this end. Nigel Liss. Been in the game in the field. Took a good catch. They saved a few runs in the covers. Now he's got the ball in hand with a job to do. Bowling to Praveen Verghese. Goes one, drops it a bit short. A little bit of width. Verghese can't beat the point fielder. Where he talked about maintaining that pressure as the bowlers do change. That one, back of a length. Not much the batter could do with that one.
A good start here by Liss. Speaking of good starts, if you'd like to win our David Boone autographed unframed photo, go to our Facebook page and just go on the competition, put Booney and you're in the draw.
Mr. Verghese. A bit fuller. Again, no way through this ring field. Once again, they've clamped the brakes on Forrestfield. Liss in again. Well, there's a break release. Goes over the top of the infield. Liss dropped another one a little bit short and he pounced on it. 4 runs.
Well, needs a wicket here now, just 2 to his name off the bat, Elijah. He's in deficit here at the moment.
Well, charges it again. That time he gets it fuller. Squeezed out for no run. In the final ball of his first over. He drops a little short and wide is called down leg side.
He heard you say it was his last ball, so he wants another one.
Yeah, just wanted to prove me wrong. Praveen Verghese is showing that anything that's short, anything that's back of a length, he's going to rock onto the back foot and have a go at it. Again. That one's a dot to finish, so 5 runs from the over. They're 5 for 20. Forrestfield. At the same time, Glen Forrest were 5 for 29, so not as much between these two teams as you would think. With a score of 5 for 20, the other team would be a long way in front, but Glen Forrest were in a fairly similar position 14 overs in.
If ever Forrestfield needed a Dan Twomley, it's right about now. Although I'm sure Glen Forrest are hoping he's still looking to get some wickets.
the field around a little bit. That's nicked. It's in the air! Flanders diving forward towards it. Couldn't get it. They get a single. Well, he's getting a few edges probably, but can't get one to go to hand.
Well, the voice of PSCA this year, Donnie Bell. Love your excitement, mate.
They had another run to the total. That one got a little leg side-ish. There might have been some bat on it. No, leg byes is the call.
Around the grounds at the moment, Mount Lawley Inglewood with a dose of their own yips. Now 3 for 67. Still 34 runs required for victory there. You'd think that'd be enough. That's a great ball. Right up in the block hole. No room for the batsman. Comes in, watch through to the gloves of Jago there. No interest from Mandarin.
Well, talk about bowling well without a lot of luck. Twombly's definitely fitting into that category. There's 3 edges that I can remember that he's conceded 9 runs from those 3 edges. Another dot there. And Duran and Varghese really sticking around. Keeping their side in the hunt. Into the 15th over. Dead bat there from Varun Mandaran. He's 11 from 33 at the completion of that over. It's 5 for 22.
Fifteen overs gone, 5 until the scheduled drinks break. That is really, as we spoke about in the first innings, get into that drinks break at the moment now, all important here for Forrestfield, you'd think, Donnie?
Yes, it absolutely is, and it was there was a few key wickets that fell for Glen Forrest in this little 5 over patch, and Forrest will be hoping to replicate that. This gets a dot from the first delivery.
Strides back with purpose, Elijah.
He seems to do most things on a cricket field. Like he's got something to do. Always purposeful. As he trots in again. He whips that one around. And that will run all the way down to the fence for 4.
Well, he tried to pull that one, didn't get enough of it, but quick outfield there, runs away.
All those runs important. We talk about it, we've said it a few times, it doesn't matter how you get them, they've got a few streaky boundaries. in this innings, as that one goes down leg side, wide called.
Words of encouragement out there in the field for him.
He hasn't quite got it right so far today with the ball, Elijah. Plenty of time to make up for it as again drops a little short, takes it on, just clears the infield. Just the single.
This match proudly brought to you here on the Community Sports Show thanks to our broadcast sponsors. Vision Decor for your curtains, blinds and awnings, and ID Athletic, sporting apparel and club merchandise.
I don't know whether it's intentional that he's dropping the ball short, but again, wrong at this time, pulling it away.
Looking at the field settings here, Donny, I'm not sure that I would say that, although now square leg drops out onto the boundary.
I guess he has definitely been intent on taking on the short pitch delivery, and again, having one bounce up to the fielder. Never looked like carrying.
Plan almost.
And he gets one to beat the bat with the final ball of the over, but 8 runs from it.
Well, if you want to beat the bat and get the best support while you look after your properties, then talk to Ashby Farrell White Arch for all your real estate needs. Ashby Farrell White Arch can help you make your move into the property market. And Barner Construction, building big is what Barner do.
Interestingly placed match, 5 for 30. Forrestfield, Glen Forrest at the same time, 5 for 33. It's Twomley in for Glen Forrest. That one just...
Jago gives
another leg bite.
chase. Oh, hang on. We're getting a wicket-keeper change here. 2 weeks ago, Jack Jago coming into the bowling lineup took the all-important wicket. Glen Forrest just take the pads off. Does that mean they're taking the gloves off too? Looking to wrap up this Forrestfield side here this afternoon.
Trying to repeat those heroics. Oof. Left, well left. In the end, there's only 2 types. That one's a good one.
What are they, Donny?
Good leaves and there's bad leaves.
Mount Lawley Inglewood now just required 22 for victory.
We're going to take the quick single and they'll get through for it. Starting to put some pressure back on the field. Hasn't been a lot of singles in this this inning so far.
Certainly not on the scoreboard. Speaking of scoreboards, if you'd like to sponsor our scoreboard, we still have a couple of options available for you, and given that we're a month in, I'll be more than generous with the rates. Unlike Glen, Forrest, who are not being generous with the runs here at the moment. As Donny said, this match on a teeter.
Well, there's a few blokes warming up. Looks like Tarquin Mars rolling the shoulders over. Worked onto the onside, down to the man in the deep. Single for Varghese.
Wouldn't necessarily be a bad strategy. These two batsmen now, Manjarin and Varghese, they've been out there for a while, starting to get a bit of a feel for these bowlers. And as we saw with Forrestfield, mate, you make a change, can get results.
It certainly has done a few times. And that one hit straight back over the bowler's head. Well, he's realised he's going to have to run. He just stood and watched and admired his shot, then had to sprint through for the first run to make sure he got back for two. Manjaran.
Well, you've got time to watch it later there, Varun. Worry about out there right now. Another over in the bank for Glen Forrest now. As we approach the drinks break for this innings. Scoreboard showing 5 for 35. Of 17 overs, 3 to go till drinks. If they can get to drinks at 5 down, call it 50. I realise that's hopeful, 15 off 3 when you're going at 1 point something. And we did call it, there is a change of bowler. It's going to be
Tarquin Mars.
Yep, he's changed his jumper number. Why we have 2 on here for him.
Hits out to the deep. Will just be the one. Pulling away right at the last minute. Varun Manjaran wasn't quite ready. I was just trying to rush him. Floats one up and beats him all ends up.
Well,
maybe not beating him all ends up. He ruled his runs.
Licorice all sorts out there at the moment. Not everyone's favourites. Forrestfield having to make the adjustments here.
That one left alone. Floats that one up, dances down.
Yep.
Hits the
broadcast vehicle on the full
I
6.
think it hit the tyre actually on the full. A big 6.
I didn't hear the crash in it. That's why I put the windows down on the field side. Well, great way to finish there. Did sound very rubbery as opposed to metallic, so I'll check the car for dents later. Just a reminder, viewers, this coming Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, Join me in the studio as we bring you a wrap-up of not just this game, but all the games from across the Perth Swan Cricket Association. As simultaneously, Donnie and I put our glasses down, Zane Struthers into the attack now. Best bowler for Glen Forrest last week, Donnie?
Well, you'd be hoping to replicate that. As Forrestfield have worked their way into this one.
It's almost like, I've got a smile, having served in the army, it's like passing a message down the line.
Yeah.
Zane Struthers! Zane Struthers.
We're trying to confirm that we've definitely got the thumbs up. Listen on the broadcast and we'll tell you it's Zane Struthers as well.
Yeah. Oh, loosen up. Nice dot to start with, watched by Manduran. That one through the V, going to get chased towards the boundary, but unsuccessfully. And Duran brings up another 4. This is what they need coming into the drinks break, Donnie. Just create that uncertainty.
Well, they're really working themselves now into a decent position, which we didn't think they'd be in at 5 for 2. They looked in a world of trouble, but a nice partnership that these two have built. And Mandarini's moved on to 20, now 42 deliveries.
Gives himself enough room, cuts that, cut off by the fielder. Good hit for a dot.
Struthers in again to Mandarin. And leans on that one, places that one better through the field. They're going to get to it before it gets to the rope, so they're going to have to run them. And they get 2.
19th over, in progress here of round 4 for the Perth Swan Cricket Association B Division 1 to A grade here on the Community Sports Show, brought to you thanks to our broadcast sponsors. ID Athletic for all your sporting apparel and club merchandise, and I can tell you at the end of this over I'm going to the van to get my ID Athletic hoodie because the breeze just coming through these old bones. And Vision Decor, curtains, blinds, awnings. Well, Mars to have the last one before drinks here, Donnie.
Well, and I can tell you that for the first time in this game, Forrestfield in front.
Interesting here because, I mean, when you look at how Forrestfield fielded to Glen Forrest, they kept that circle well occupied. Matic prepared to put men out, allowing for the singles. Well watched, well left for a dot there. And Duran. Well, disappointment in the voice there as he wanted, well, that one over the fielder's head, backed up. Yep, Varun there just A little exasperated perhaps, wanted more of that.
Brought up their 50 with a couple of these singles.
I'm not sure how I feel about having men out at the moment. I'd be encouraging them to go over the infield myself, but that one worked off the gloves. According to the players out there, it's the end of the session. 20 overs down. Donny, scoreboard.
It's 5 for 52 at drinks. The end of the 20 overs. Of course, 6 for 48 at drinks. The opposition, Glen Forrest. So Forrestfield just in front of the game, but not by much. And what's been a low scoring game dominated by the ball. Power.
Yeah.
Gnarlsy jumps out just to rug up a little bit as it cools down, as the breeze comes in late afternoon. That drinks, well, it wasn't the greatest of starts to this innings for Forrestfield. Chasing.
I don't often get on camera.
Gnarlsy giving us a wave. In the next 20 overs, run rate required of 3.05, which is not too far removed from what they've done in the opening 20, 2.6. But of course, just the 5 wickets in hand is the key factor. Any wicket, you think, really does change the maths required in this game. There's been some twists and turns already.
Well, it'd be the comeback of the season. I'm going to call it as it is, at least in my humble opinion, because 5 for 2 to get a win, you'd want to be the bookie taking odds on that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, we were aghast in the caravan here. It was we couldn't work out what was going on, and for guys that do a lot of talking, we were lost for words.
Well, hopefully for Mount Lawley Inglewood, they're not lost for words, because they're 4 down now, chasing just 101. Still 23 runs required there for the Cougars. Or Brabham have Carlisle. That score update is obviously a bit delayed. 1 for 29 off 10. And Midland chasing 214 are currently 3 for 84 off 17.3 overs in their match at Kungamaya. Interesting here, Donny, because looking at next week, the reality is that Glen Forest taking on Midland and Coolbinia West Perth taking on Forrestfield. Neither of those two teams are going to be easy to beat for the two teams out here today.
No, absolutely. It's going to be a difficult task for both these teams next week. They're battling each other right now for this all-important victory.
Well, this is the final session of this round 4 B Division 1 day match between Glen Forrest and home side here at Forrestfield. And it is set for an exciting game. Stay with us. Proudly brought to you thanks to ID Athletic. Vision Decor. Umpire Simon Wood makes his way back out into the centre now. Donnie, are you prepared to put a wager on where it's going to land here?
I just think
as it stands,
I think one wicket falls and it all falls apart for Forrestfield. I think Glen Forrest, they've found a way to win games, and I think they'll do the same here again today as they turn to their captain, Will Maddock, takes over to try and bust this 50-run partnership between Varun Manjaran and Praveen Varghese. So Maddock back into the attack. Just outside off for a dot.
They got the wickets earlier by attacking the stumps. Good length, good line. I want to give Forrestfield too much room here. I have to say, I heard you mention I was getting rugged up. I'm feeling much warmer now, thank you. Pretty soon you'll be able to have a community sports show hoodie just like me, thanks to ID Athletic. We're currently redesigning our kit, and it'll be available for you, our fabulous viewers across the globe, to show your support as well.
Well, you've got to wonder if they just look to see Maddock off, particularly if he's going to leave them that far outside off stump. That's a wide.
Interestingly, the voice has died a little bit here for Glen Forrest. The cheer squad over there has gone a bit muted lately. And much to cheer for, as you mentioned, Johnny. A great knock and partnership by these two.
Madigan again, full, driven, not getting the swing that he got earlier. They'll look to get two, and they will comfortably. So Varghese moves to 25 from 40 deliveries. Maddock looking to lift his side. One squeezed out to point for no run.
The irony of me putting a jacket on and saying I'm cold, I'm drinking cool soft drinks, so maybe I need a coffee machine in the van.
Ah, another thing to add. Oh, that one's a good delivery. Varghese squares up. Keeps it out.
Just one problem with that idea, Donnie. I'd have to start selling to the public. Good way to make money, but slightly distracting when you're trying to call a game. Is that wide with two sugars?
Oh. Sometimes you trial things and sometimes they don't work. But get to the end of that over. 3 runs from it, the first over after drinks. It's 5 for 55.
Well, this next set of 5 overs really going to be the catalyst, I think. If Forrestfield can put another 20 or even 30 maybe on the board. Go for the loose ones, get the boundaries. They've been coming sporadically.
You can see the thinking here of Glen Forrest. They've got both their opening bowlers back in, desperate to get themselves a breakthrough. Somas bowled incredibly well in his first spell. 6 overs, 4 for 4. Going to Varun Manjaran in 23. Takes it on, beats the fielder.
Come back for 2.
Should get through for that second comfortably. And do.
Oh, and batsman running this end just pulled off a bit gingerly there. That's Varghese. Can't afford to get injured here.
Well, it's been an effort in concentration and perhaps testing out the physical fitness as well.
Well, Justin, I can tell you and all the viewers at home across the globe, wherever you are, Forrestfield chasing 113 for victory here today. Forrestfield all out for 112. Glen Forrest, sorry.
A good comeback over so far from Somas. It's the 2 runs from it. He's only got a couple up his sleeve. Again, drives nicely. The fielder's got to chase all the way down to the rope. Slides in. Keeps it to 2.
Oh, good hit, good run, good chase down there.
Good cricket all round.
This match set to come down to the wire here on the Community Sports Show.
They dig that one out. Manjaran. Round out the 22nd over. 5 for 59. So 4 runs from that over. At the same time, Glen Forrest were 7 for 51.
Well, some scores from around the local loan company first grade competition. Belmont were defending 170, Old Swanview 10 for 158, so coming down to the wire there. Out the front here, Forrestfield, well, might be a team batting strategy because they're all out for 93 in that match. And Carlisle taking out the grand final replay, all out for 205 to Les Moody Mazenod 132.
Mate, again right up in the block hole. Varghese probably should have been just trying to dig it out. Tried to actually play a shot, mistimed it completely. Lucky to get away with it. It continues to Varghese. Full on the pads, in the air, caught! At square leg! A big wicket! And they needed that one, Glen Forrest, but, well, it's a slow trot off from Praveen Varghese. I'm not sure he's convinced it carried, but he'll have to go.
Looked like it was alright here.
I was happy with it, but he looked at the fielder for a long time. Can only assume that's what he was thinking. The 6th wicket falls. Maddock gets his 2nd. Sibin Matthew, the man making his way out after the dismissal Ravine Varghese for 25 off 46.
Well, Ben Morgan, the man there, he's been through some tough tests, and that one wasn't as tough as others he's had to deal with, so the Survivor King holds on tight, and Wilmatic makes it 6 down. Good knock by Margise though, 25 off 45 to his name.
Matic to Matthew. First one squeezes square. All of a sudden there's a bit of energy. Ben Morgan trying to get everyone up and about after taking a catch. He's become the ball magnet.
Down leg side, just outside the line. Umpire Simon Wood indicates wide ball. And disappointing when you're the captain and you give them away like that. You know you've not got many to play with.
The first couple of overs he was the only one that gave away a run from a wide in his first over, and then I think we had about 3 or 4 maidens in a row.
Manjaran, the man out there at the moment, 27 not out of 55. Sydney Massey out 0 off 2. Teammates like it.
There's a bit of extra zip on that one. You heard that thud into the wicketkeeper's gloves. End of the 23rd over, 6 for 60.
Well, 6 for 60 here on the Community Sports Show for this Perth Swan Cricket Association Round 4 B Division one-day match between Forrestfield and Glen Forrest, chasing 113 for victory, Forrestfield.
Well, the last over of Alex Somas's spell begins now, and they'll be hoping to get through this one and probably the next one from Wilmatic. They might like their chances thereafter, but saying we get through it and actually doing it, 2 different things, Nolsey.
Oh, that's why I'm a commentator, mate. I talk a good game, but I can't play it.
Well, I'm in that same boat. Slow ball from Somas. Working through some of his variety. Shoulders, arms. Lets that one go through to the keeper.
It's been out there long enough. He's got his eye in Mandarin.
It's been a solid knock holding this team together. 27. 57 deliveries. Full. Driven nicely. Well, that's probably his best shot so far today. Varun Mandarin. Nice cover drive for 4. Alex Somas took 4 wickets in his first spell. Got a couple of deliveries left, hunting for a 5 for a half-hearted appeal from those square of the wicket, but nobody, neither the bowler nor the wicket-keeper were interested in that one at all. The last delivery for Somas and what has been a fine spell of bowling.
Oh, bit of zip.
No, it's called wide. Height the problem that time. So he gets another one.
Well, content to leave that one.
That's the end for Somas. 8 overs, 4 for 13. He'll take figures like that most days.
I'm sure Alex and his teammates will, as you say, take that any day. And you also have to tinge it with a little bit of regret because on fire early, just couldn't quite get the 5 for. I'm sure 4 will get you mentioned in Wednesday night show, Alex. So Maddox last, I think, will.
Correct. So that'll be the 2 opening bowlers finished at the end of this one. It's Matthew trying to get off the mark. But you're not going to take on the energetic Elijah Liss charging in from mid-wicket. When you're defending a low total like this, it's no surprise that we're still seeing 2 slips in play. Matthew again trying to squeeze that one off that leg stump line for no run.
Well, you have a regulation square leg. A lot of protection behind the stumps. Sorry, Donny, one day they'll be wireless as everyone appeals for LB. Umpire says yes. Didn't play a shot, left it, and umpire Simon Wood adjudicates that that was going to hit the wickets, and well, his teammate at the other end there, I think I just heard him say, yeah, I would have given you out too.
Well, it wasn't playing a shot. No, I think it was taking the top of the bails off.
Well, Simon Wood, Jacob Burns earlier suggesting he quick on the finger there, took a moment, thought about it. And I can't see her, but I can hear her, the opera singer out the back, just starting to get her vocals ready as Linton Ketchapilli will become the next batsman out into the centre. Well, disappointment on the face of Forrestfield as they walk off. But you're a master of your own destiny, Donny, and the old saying, if you don't play a shot and then you get hit on the pads, you really are opening yourself up, aren't you?
Yes, you certainly do. You give the umpire... There's a lot of variables that disappear from the umpire's mind. All he needs to decide is that hitting the stumps? And he determined that he thought it was. Hard to argue. There's another wicket for Will Maddock as well. That's his 3rd.
Score stands at 7 for 65 after 24 and a bit. Well, still 47 runs required, or 48 runs for victory. 3 in the shed.
Well,
2 left in the shed.
A big job for Varun Manjaran to do. He has to play basically the same role that Daniel Twomley did. I need Linson Ketchapilly to do his part as well as he digs that one out.
Little bit of hustle there from Glen Forrest in the field. And a 6-ball duck to Sibin Matthew. He becomes the 6th duck for Forrestfield.
Well, you say that the fat lady's warming up, but I mean, about this same
I
point...
didn't say that. I said the opera singer.
The opera singer. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Well,
I just got myself cancelled, didn't I?
Yeah, no, it is 2023.
But at the same point, Glen Forrest, 8 for 68, so...
Well, you're not writing them off yet, Donny. I like your enthusiasm there.
Well, this should be the last ball of Will Maddox's spell. And that one's close as well. Very close.
He shuffled in, but shuffled backwards as well.
So no wicket to finish with for Will Maddox still. He finishes 8 overs, 3 for 7. Forrestfield, 7 for 65.
Big shout out to everyone wherever you are today across this big wide globe of ours. You're here with me, Noel Knowlesy Johnston, and Donny, the voice of PSCA, Bell. So Tarquin Mars back into the attack. Glen Forrest.
2 overs, none for 11 in his first spell, not a long spell. Oh, he does bowl with a bit of flight. He makes the batter feel like they're in the game with just about every delivery he bowls. That one's a wide.
I'm smiling, viewers, because as soon as you say he gives it flight, he puts that one out wide.
Yeah, digs it in. And you're through for a single. Mandaran showing some faith in the man down the other end. Linson Ketchapilly. See if that faith is justified. He's got 4 deliveries to negotiate from Tarquin Mars. Throws one up. Terribly timed. No run. I don't know whether he quite knew where that one went.
Oh, good flight there from Mars. Usually takes light years to get there, and that ball almost taking just as long. That's my job here, bad jokes.
Well, he's got hold of that.
I'm watching my car on the full. Well, that's the release they needed there, Donny.
Well, it seems that faith Mandaran showed in Ketchapilly somewhat justified with a big blow there.
Well,
not going down without a fight. Seven for 73.
well, speaking of not going down without a fight, Mount Lawley Inglewood get their first win of the season. Getting up over Yokine Pilbara out there at Hamer Park. Just 4 down, chasing down the 101 required. Midland currently 3 for 126. 25th over in progress, so they're a bit behind.
Well, it's a big target they were set, 214 for victory. We see Tomley back in, 4 overs, none for 15 in his first spell. Looked very likely to pick up wickets on a couple of occasions, but ball's falling safely, just getting past the first slip a few times.
As you said, Donny, a couple of chances going his way, but not quite coming off. They need one here now, just to nip this Forrestfield fight back in the bud.
Just pushes at that one outside off stump. No run.
Down to less than a run a ball here at the moment for Forrestfield, so they can hang around.
Well, that's the key. I mean, this man's the key, really. Varun Manjaran. He's been out there for a very long time, 65 deliveries. I've got him at right now. He's 32 runs. If he can stick around, then that sort of 2.96 run rate required is that doesn't seem overly difficult.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It must be difficult to drive past a cricket game and not appeal for how's that though every week wherever we are. Good to have the locals involved.
Good comeback over so far. Daniel Tomley, the hero with the bat. Bowling to Forrestfield's version. Trying to be the hero with the bat here himself. It's Varun Manjaran. Last ball, the 27th over. Full straight, dug out, no run, maiden over.
Well, as you mentioned, good return there from DT. 63 off 63 balls to his name with the bat.
Backing that up with tidy spell of bowling. Hasn't got the wickets next to his name, but 5 overs for 15. Mars continues into his 4th over. Ketrapilli on strike, a lusty blow to finish the last over, and Elijah List goes back to the exact spot where he hit that one, which is actually outside the field of play, but yeah.
It's all right to start out there. Yeah.
No, I just mean that if he hits another one to that same spot, it's not going to matter where you're fielding. Starting with a couple of dots.
Oh, classic hard-fought cricket here. Over the head of man at point.
Flanders gives chase right down to the rope. And they settle for 2. Not a bad arm from the deep. Floats that one up, turns back a bit, left alone. Runs it again. Swings hard through that one. Doesn't get all of it. The fielder in the deep had to charge in to keep it to 1. So just left there by Mandarin. End of the 28th over. 7 for 76.
Just looking around the grounds in the Vision Decor A grade competition at the moment. Coolbinia West Perth chasing 169 for victory, currently 4 for 131 off 27 overs. It's at 218 for victory. It's a big ask, Dianella. Been on some runs on the board there, but a good fight back for Helena Valley. They've been doing it tough. 5 for 124 at the moment there. Caversham would wish they were Helena Valley. They're 5 for 78.
Cacciapelli takes off, sent back.
Very quickly sent back. You stay right there.
Morgan charging in. Thought he was going to have a chance at a run out. In again.
Stepped inside that one.
Yeah, just danced out of the way of it. Another run. They can survive. That's the key for Forrestfield, is they have to get through to the 40th over. That one's in the air, should be taken, is taken. And that's the end of Linson Cacciapelli. And the first wicket for Dan Twomley as he continues his great day.
Well, the old saying, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windscreen. Today, definitely, Dan Twomley is indeed the windscreen. Taking all before him. Cacciapelli, the latest man out. We're on Mandarin. Well, there's been a lone batsman out there. And it looks like it's going to be Elias Scaria coming into bat now. At number 10 for Forrestfield.
Well, he's got a real job to do. Does he have the steel to just stick out there? Does Varun Mandarin? Does he have the gears himself? Because I think it all rests on him now. Any chance that Forrestfield has, because the opera singer, I think she's just about warm, mate.
Yep, she is. She stepped out of the shade here at Hartfield Park. Maybe she should have gone to ID Athletic and got a nice warm hoodie.
Scary up with 3 deliveries to try and get through. Looks about setting off for a run once again. And Morgan charging in. Glen Mandarin wants nothing to do with taking him on. Scaria. And Dan strikes again. 1 to go.
Scaria had Twomley hysteria there. Well, you mentioned that Mandurin needed some support. That was not the sort of support he was looking for there. 9 down now, Forrestfield. This is a great performance. 113 they were defending here, Glen Forrest. 9 for 76. And it's going to be Tom Palouse coming out. None off 2 there for Scaria. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ducks.
There's been a few. Palouse, he'll have 1 delivery to negotiate here from Twomley. Well, I think it would be fitting if he could finish this game off in this delivery. He's been the reason why Glen Forrest got to a defendable total, got to this position where they could win this game, and he gets the wicket! There it is! It's all over, Glen Forrest. A fantastic victory, and Dan Twomley, the absolute hero of the day.
Well, cheer squad over there in Bay 13 up on their feet as well. It has been a great effort here by, well, you're never going to win it. Look, I'm the last person to comment on batting ability, and I'll acknowledge that, but to any teams out there, you go through an innings and have 9 ducks, usually you're going to be on the wrong end of the receiving stick there, Donny.
Well, that's fair enough.
None off 1, if you don't mind.
Golden duck to finish. And Glen Forrest. I've got to say, when we're at the change of innings, I wasn't sure that this was going to be the result, but I said it at the start. Their bowling unit is working so well together, and they banded together to defend what seemed an almost undefendable total.
It's a testament. You mentioned winning tight ones, and really 113 is not a lot to play with, and just from the opening over, Glen Forrest were on song and they were up and about, and the opener's having a great impact there. 1 for 1, 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 2. Not good reading if you're a Forrestfield fan. But a great partnership between Praveen Vageesh and Varun Manjuran really kept them in the hunt there, Donny.
Yeah, it was 57-run partnership. It was the biggest partnership of the entire day. And it got them into a position where you felt if they could stick around until the end, Forrestfield were going to win the game. But they again got the breakthrough. It was Will Maddock, the captain, stood up, got that wicket. And from there, Forrestfield really were always going to struggle. I think it was almost fait accompli. They were going to fall apart towards the back end after that partnership broke, and that's the way it played out.
Well, I may have ripped poor old Linson off there. 9 off 16 to his name. So just 3 batsmen troubling the scorers. Manjuran, Katchapilli and Varghese with his 20 odd in the middle there.
Yes, it certainly is a strange looking scorecard when you've only got 3 guys that have scored any runs at all off the bat.
And when you look at it, 10 of those 70 odd coming off sundries as well, so 8 wides, no balls, 1 leg by and 1 by, all by umpire Simon Wood. And as you mentioned in terms of the bowlers there, Alex Somas with 4 for 13 to his name. Twomley finishing with 3 for 13 to his off 6. That is a great knock, and the skipper Will Maddock, if you don't mind, 3 for 7 off 8. That's
very
how it was
economical,
won, yeah.
and got some wickets to his name as well. So again, that bowling unit just working so well together. The energy in the field, a great performance from Glen Forrest. They remain unbeaten in this competition, despite the fact they have looked beatable in just about every game, but they find a way to win.
Credit to them, Donny. Well called by you. Riley Mars enjoying the broadcast. And DT was indeed the star of the day. 63 to his name, 3 wickets as well. That certainly puts him in the running for the awards this week. On Wednesday night, Donny, 7 o'clock. We'll have a look at this match and all those from across the Perswan Cricket Association at 7 o'clock Wednesday night for our midweek show. Well, as you say, mate, cricket, she's a funny old game. I'm not sure that Forrestfield will be laughing too much here tonight.
They would have thought they were in a pretty strong position there, but as you say, funny things do happen on a cricket field, and wasn't their day in the end.
No, runs on the board, I say it each and every week, and credit to Glen Forrest, just 112 to their name, but they were up to the task, keeping Forrestfield at bay for this round 4 match for the Perswan Cricket Association. On behalf of Donny Bell, I am Noel Nosey Johnston. Till Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. We'll catch you then. Thanks as always to our broadcast sponsors. ID Athletic for your sporting apparel and club merchandise needs. ID Athletic now keeping me nice and warm here. Keep an eye out for our new store coming up in the coming weeks with a range of new merch. And Vision Decor, curtains, blinds, awnings, and even hybrid floorings. Vision Decor in Malaga. Mike and Lisa Ash, we'll see you then wherever you are. Take care of yourself, but remember, be nice to those around you too.